Here we go. Welcome back to lovely Bossier City, Louisiana for what will be the final day of the 2024 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series for the Division II teams. There are going to be two games today. Both will obviously be elimination games. This one here is, for all intents and purposes, the same as a typical semifinal game. South Carolina is your home team, playing out of West Columbia, taking on the Texas squad from right down the road in New Diana. Both of these teams obviously come into this one with one loss. The winner heads to face Florida, waiting for the winning team this afternoon at 3 o'clock right here back at Field 9 and live for you. But first, two quality baseball teams are going to fight for what's left of their season. You're looking at the starting pitcher on the mound for the South Carolina squad. That is number 17, Lance Anfinson. And Lance is going to face Reed Verzosa, the shortstop for Texas, leading off. And while Lance finishes off his warm-up tosses, I'll tell you about the defense behind him. Baskins McCraw is out there. Actually, Baskins is going to start as the extra hitter, come in and play left a little later on. We're going to have Bentley Ritchie out in left field. Ryan Watkins in center, Parker Burge in right. Had that backwards, it doesn't matter, we'll fix that in just a minute. Cameron Pringle at third base, shortstop Logan Hildebrand, second Chaston Smith, first base Colton Bolin, and behind the plate Braden Busby. So we're just about ready to get underway here in a winner move on, loser go home situation. And Reed Verzosa is going to be the first man in. He shows bunt and fouls it straight back. 0-1. And this Texas squad went down to Florida yesterday in 8-3. They're looking to rematch with that squad and try to avenge that loss in the championship game if they can get there. These two teams have met once this week. We'll tell you more about that after this pitch. And Verzosa swings and fouls that back. Texas beat this South Carolina squad 9-2. What feels like an eternity ago back on Saturday. Or Sunday, scratch that, it's Tuesday now. So Verzosa behind 0-2 now, and Anfinson's pitch. Check swing, looks like he went. But Verzosa is going to reach first base on a passed ball on strike 3, and Texas has the leadoff runner.
Stepping up to the plate, number 12, Peyton Milliken.
So Peyton Milliken steps in. Peyton's your starting pitcher today. He's going to call time before the first pitch. And we've seen Verzosa all tournament. If I had to guess, he's got 20 stolen bases racked up, and he's off and running on the first pitch. And he's in there way before the tag. And now there's a runner in scoring position with nobody down quickly in this one. First pitch called a ball. So Milliken's got a chance to drive in the first run of the game here with a single. Let's see if he shows bunt again. He does. Anfinson steps off, but no throw. And we'll reset for the 1-0. I will say this on multiple occasions today, but I'd like for you to click the share button. It's the absolute minimum you can do for these young men. 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate. Strike one. Milliken, can he check? And there's no umpire down at first to ask, so that's called a ball. 2-1. Swung and driven into left. Left fielder's over. And he cannot make the stop. It falls out of his glove out there in left field. And Milliken singles into left. And Texas is threatening. Finley Richardson, I'm sorry, scratch that. Bentley Ritchie in left field with a diving play, can't make it. And Dylan Smith steps into play. And we've mentioned it a few times on the broadcast. Might very well be the best hitter in the tournament now with two men on in front. And the runner takes off for second. He might be picked off, so they make the throw, and it gets away. into right field. A run's going to score in the throwing error, and Texas leads 1-0. Yesterday, that Florida team managed to strike Smith out twice, but the other two at bats, he hit the ball hard. The first pitch to Smith now. Texas leading and runner on second. Swung on, check swing. He went 0-1. Anfinson's 0-1. Swung on and driven deep into left field. That is way out of here. The outfield stops moving, and just like that, Texas is up 3-0. And Dylan Smith does it again. That young man has been unstoppable this week here in Bossier City. And his team waits for him at the plate. And Texas leads 3-0 just like that.
Dylan Smith with a huge two-run home run. Texas leads 3-0.
Folks, I don't know if the video did that one justice. He absolutely demolished that baseball. 3 runs in and nobody down here in the top of the first. And I keep saying it and giving Dylan Smith his credit, and he just keeps coming through for this Texas squad. Stanley, that's hit hard. Chaston Smith, what a play! Almost ate him up at second base on the hop. Retires him for the first out.
A great play by Chaston Smith at second. Now brings up number 3, Evan Vanover.
Evan Vanover steps in. Evan's playing first base. And the first pitch to Vanover catches the outside corner for a strike.
Ball brought to the press box. Thank you.
And yesterday, Vanover hit a ball to right field that every other day of the week would have ended this ball game, but the wind wasn't blowing out, and Texas could not put away Florida. That one went 10 innings over here. So Vanover fouls the 0-1 back. Again, only one down here in the top of the first, and this Texas team has jumped out to a 3-run lead. Swung on a miss, strike number 3. Vanover's down swinging. So Anfinson gets Vanover swinging. 2 down now, 3 runs in for Texas.
Anfinson's strikeout now brings up number 10, Parker Glassby.
Parker Glassby's going to step in here for Texas, looking to find a way on base and kickstart a 2-out rally here in the again, I keep calling it a semifinal game. It's not technically a semifinal game. For all intents and purposes, it is. Florida awaits the winner at 3 o'clock today, and I can promise you we'll have that one live as well. This is a rematch of a 9-2 ball game back on Sunday. That ball's popped into right field. It's going to be foul, it looks like. Right fielder over. Runs out of room. That's Ryan Watkins out there in right field starting this one out. We appreciate you tuning in early here on a fairly sunny Tuesday morning out in Bossier City. Click that share button and let's get as many people watching this as we possibly can. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 to Glassby. Foul tip, and he caught it, held on. That's going to do it. Top of the first, but not before Texas can put up 3 runs. We'll be back in just a couple seconds. For the bottom of the first inning, you are watching Championship Tuesday here from Bossier City, Louisiana, live on the official DYB Facebook page in conjunction with Texarkana Game Day. Welcome back here to field number 9 from Tinsley Athletic Complex in beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. Texas scores 3 in the first, and they're going to hand the ball to Peyton Milliken to start this one off. Looks like they're going to hold Vanover for the potential championship game this afternoon. Vanover, if you recall, on Sunday wasn't available yesterday because he almost completed a perfect game. So Ryan Watkins steps in. First pitch from Milliken, driven back to him. He knocks it down and picks it up and tosses over to first base for a 1-pitch out. And Milliken with a play. Heads back to the mound. 1 pitch into his outing. It is
Milliken with a nice play.
1 down.
That brings up number 3, Logan Hildebrand.
So Logan Hildebrand steps in, playing shortstop today for the South Carolina team, and that's swung on and put into play. Shortstop's over, so is the third baseman, and Stanley makes the play. So 2 pitches, 2 outstanding defensive plays, and Texas is 1 out away from getting back into the dugout and putting the offense back to work.
2 pitches and 2 outs for Team Texas, and that now brings up number 42, Chasten Smith.
Chasten Smith, second baseman for South Carolina. Stung the ball all day yesterday, and obviously an excellent defender out there at second. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. And that misses away. So Chasten Smith ahead for the first time today for the South Carolina team. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch is going to catch the outside part of the plate. Chasten wearing number 42. Hitting from the left side, ton of speed. Flares it into right center field. Second baseman's back, but it's going to drop over his head. So Chasten Smith on with a 2-out single. And I suspect we'll see Chasten Smith try to make his way down to second base here pretty quickly.
Smith with a 2-out single. Now brings to the plate the cleanup hitter, number 21, Braden Busby.
Braden Busby steps to the plate. Busby's the catcher, so he needed some help getting the gear off. Going to head to the plate here with a chance to draw a little closer if he can put something in the gap here. Throw over, and Smith is back in plenty of time. Another throw over. Couldn't catch Smith leaning. Seen a lot of pickoffs this week. And Smith is off and running on the first pitch. And he's in there as the throw trickles into center field. Runner in scoring position now with 2 down. I didn't catch the call on that first pitch. There it is. It's a ball. So 1-0 now to Busby. Runner in scoring position now. And that sails in a little bit high. Texas back to the cream-colored jerseys today. After their first loss of the tournament, wearing the navy blue. doubt that had anything to do with it, but just an observation. And the 3-0 is going to catch the inside part of the plate. Busby still ahead here, looking to square something up and drive in the first run of the game for South Carolina. That gets away. Ball forward. Chaston Smith is going to head down to third base on the wild pitch. And South Carolina's got a little something going. But Colton going to have a runner. Logan Hildebrand's going to hop over to first base and run. And Colton Boland comes to the plate. Colton, big, tall, strong kid. I suspect we'll see him on the mound here shortly. And been waiting all tournament for Colton to connect. Now would be a great time if you're a South Carolina fan. Pitch, runners off. Smith's going to fake the throw down. Another stolen base. So now all Boland has to do, is find a hole here. And this is a one-run game. 1-0 pitch, that sails high. So Milliken for the first time today having some trouble finding the strike zone. And Coach Stanley's going to go out and have a chat with his young starter. Mound visit number 1 for Coach Donnie Stanley. And I can just got a feeling we're going to have a good one here. I can see there's quite a few of you watching already. Do me a favor and click share. It's the absolute least you can do for these young men. You're going to get tired of hearing me say that, but I'm not going to stop until you share it. So the whole country's watching this morning. 2-0. Boland swings and pops it up. Third baseman Stanley calls for it. Shortstop doesn't see it. It's going to fall. Both runs are going to score. And Boland's going to be credited with his 2 RBI single. They lost it in the sun.
Boland scratches 2 big RBIs for Team South Carolina. Now brings up number 17, Lance Anthonson.
That ball's popped up. Stanley's coming over. No room. It's 0-1. So Texas, I was going to say with an uncharacteristic mistake, but I'm not sure if that was a mistake. It's 10:15 in the morning. They're looking right into the sun. 1-1 now. Big momentum swinger for South Carolina. What should be a 3-0 game with Milliken headed to the dugout with the Texas team looking to pile on. Turns into a 1-run game and driving that pitch count up. Pitch number 18 coming from Milliken. Runner on and 2 down. That ball swung on and fouled out of play. And again, the championship game is scheduled for 3 p.m. today, so we're going to have a little break. Boland sneaks off the mound. That ball's hit well into left center field. They had him shifted over, and Moore is there easily. But South Carolina scores 2, and it's a 1-run game headed to the top of the second inning. You are watching Texas versus South Carolina in an elimination game live from Bossier City, Louisiana, right here on the official DYB Facebook page. Welcome back to field number 9, Tinsley Athletic Complex. And let's talk a little bit about the Diamond Youth Baseball's dedication to building the youth in our communities to become responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal here is to teach teams fair play, love of God and country, and leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons learned through this game of baseball. Help us in the DYB by offering your services as a volunteer. I can think of very few things that would be considered a better calling. If you visit the website at dybusa.org, there will be a link to volunteer, or message this page you are watching the game on, and I can promise you somebody there will point you in the right direction. Volunteers come in many forms, and give them a shout. See what kind of help they need where you're located. They probably do. And with that, Tyrod Moore going to step in here for this Texas team. Got to be a little disappointed with the way the first played out after scoring 3. Gave 2 of them back, and Tyrod Moore takes the first pitch in there for a strike from Anfinson. He shows bunt, but pulls back. 0-1. That's drilled to the second baseman on the ground, though. Smith is there and throws over. And out number 1 comes via the ground out. Moore put a good swing on that, but right at Chaston Smith.
That brings up number 1, Dominic Davis.
Dominic Davis steps in, playing right field for Texas today. That's hit up the middle, 2-hopper to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly, throws over, and Davis is retired on 1 pitch. So Hildebrand over at shortstop fields it cleanly.
That brings up number 00,
throws to Bolin for the out.
Jeremy Vaya.
3 pitches into the top of the second. Texas is down to their final out here. Jeremy Vaya steps in. He takes the first pitch from Anfinson away. Sorry about that. And that's in there for a strike. Multitasking is true. That's misses, ball 2. Sorry, so multitasking is something that I'm taking to a different level here, the tournament. So if you hear me pause before finishing a statement, it's because I want to gather my thoughts and not say something incorrectly. As the 2-1 misses outside, I'm doing some producing and play-by-play and scorekeeping all at the same time. And some occasional PA announcing. 3-1 pitch. Vaya takes a ball, and a 2-out base runner comes via the walk. And that is Jeremy Vaya trotting down to first base, wearing number 00.
The 2-out walk brings up number 31, Ryder Verzosa.
And Ryder Verzosa steps in, hitting in the 10-hole today. This is my first time covering Diamond Youth Baseball, so I've never said 10-hole hitter until this week. He takes the first pitch outside, and Coach Terry Hildebrand calls time. He's going to go talk to his starter. It doesn't look like I'm going to take the ball from you trot, so he's just going to go have a chat. And he's going to be quick. I suspect the crux of that conversation was throw the ball over the plate. So here we go. The younger of the 2 Versosas steps back in ahead 1-0. Throw over, they almost got him. Wait. The ump had not given him the heads up to play, so it wouldn't have counted. Still a dead ball. Good throw either way. Good pickoff attempt. Good move. Vaya's got a big lead, and Anfinson looks him over. Versosa takes the 1-0 pitch outside. So after the first 8 hitters in the order, Vaya and Versosa and Finley Richardson to follow have substantially smaller strike zones. So choking up on the bat ahead 2-0 here. Runner bluffs a steal attempt. And Ryder is ahead 3-0. And I'm not a gambling man, nor do I condone it, but I would bet it all he's got the take sign here. And he takes a fastball right down the middle. And it's 3-1. And if you're watching and you got a team coming down here for the Division I championship next week, and you haven't decided yet to book a hotel and make the trip, I implore you to do so. Been a really fun week so far. And Versosa's on with a walk. The DYB's put on a heck of an event here. The staff here at Tinsley Athletic Park, they've done an excellent job under the conditions early in the week.
Number 5, Finley Richardson.
And everyone's leaving here with a smile on their face, with a couple minor exceptions. First pitch to Richardson. That turns into a smile once they get down the road. And Richardson swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. And Anfinson is about to throw pitch number 34 here in the second inning. There's no pitch count worries today. I guess could be. There are no games tomorrow, but the winner does play again at 3. 0-1 coming. Snags the outside corner. 0-2 now. 2 down and 2 runners on here. And the top of the order lurks on deck. Throw behind him, and Smith is there, but Valla's back in plenty of time. So we're going to come set again for an 0-2 to Finley Richardson. And I've mentioned it before, the Texas lineup is deep. Oh, I think he caught him with the 3-2, or the 0-2. Did it hit him? Hit the bat. Blocked out by the umpire, so I couldn't see. It sounded like it hit the bat.
South Carolina, your pitcher is at 35 pitches.
Coach Versosa and the home plate umpire are having a little conversation here. Looks to be a friendly one. And he's heading back behind the plate, and it looks like Richardson's going to stay put. And I don't see a ball signal, so that may be a foul ball. It's still 0-2. That one swung on and missed. And Anfinson gets out of a little 2-out jam to end the top of the second. We'll be back in just a second here for more live action and the next to the final game here in the Division II World Series. We're back. Bottom 2. Texas still leads by 1. And Bentley Ritchie, left fielder for South Carolina, is going to lead things off here in the second for that squad. And while Milliken finishes his warm-up tosses, well, actually, I'm running out of time here. I was going to tell you about the scholarship program, but we'll do it after this half inning. We're going to have 5-minute hydration breaks after the bottom of every other inning, starting with the bottom of the second. It is really, really hot, really humid. Had a thermometer on a field yesterday that reached 130 degrees. Ball's driven into center. Tyrod Moore coming in, and the second baseman, 00, Varia, can't make the play. Single's going to fall into shallow right center field.
Richie with a leadoff single. Now that brings to hit number 24, Parker Burge.
So Parker Burge is in now. Parker shows bunt, gets it down, and it's a good one. Milliken fields it, goes to first, and in time, out number 1 is a sacrifice by Parker Burge. And LT Whitney comes in.
Sacrifice bunt puts a runner in scoring position.
LT didn't start in the field today, but I bet we'll see him shortly behind the plate. Curveball, first pitch from Milliken. Misses high for a ball. It looks like the first breaking ball we've seen from Peyton today. About to throw his 23rd pitch. And that hits LT. Look on his face says that didn't feel great. Give him a second to get going down there. Looked like a breaking ball too, so could have been worse, young man.
LT wears the pitch, making it first and second for number 14, Cameron Pringle.
Cameron Pringle, third baseman today in South Carolina. Couple runners on here, and Peyton Milliken is pointing towards the dugout. Peyton and the coach are going to have a little conversation. I'm not sure. Looks like he points to Vanover. Not sure if Vanover, yeah. Looks like Stanley's moving from third to first. Vanover goes in, puts the first baseman up, grabs the ball, and Vanover is going to trot to the mound. Okay, one down. Going to start his warm-up tosses. And Vanover, if you recall, extended through his 40-pitch count the other day en route to what could have been a perfect game here on Field 9. An infield single kept that from happening. Texas had a chance to 10-run roll the opponent the previous inning and couldn't convert, so Vanover lost the perfect game on a infield single and was not available yesterday. But here he is today, coming in a fireman spot. Got a little fire here to put out early for Texas. I'm not sure if Milliken is, he's on third base, so he's okay, but he called the coach out and asked to be removed, it looked like. But it doesn't appear to be serious, as he is now the third baseman. Dylan Smith stays behind the plate. Versosa at shortstop, Vaya at second, and Stanley moves over to first base. So Pringle steps in against the lefty now. And that ball's driven to center field, hit pretty well, but Moore is an unbelievable defensive center builder from what we've seen this week, and he makes that look effortless out there. Good read, good jump. And on top of all of that, if you get to see this young man throw home to attempt to snag a runner coming to the plate, he's got one of the best arms I've seen in the outfield. This Texas team loaded with talent, as is the other two remaining teams, or as are. First pitch to Baskins McCraw. Strike one. Shows bunt, and he lays it down, and it's a really good one. Vanover picks it up and fires to first and makes the play. So the final out comes via the bunt attempt for a single. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back from the break with a 5-minute hydration break. I'm going to leave the crowd mic on for you, and I'm going to take a break myself. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the top of the third. You're watching Texas versus South Carolina in an elimination game. Winner plays for the title at 3 o'clock. We'll see you back here in just a second.
I'm tripping over my words like every sentence.
Say yesterday, I'm gonna take a hydration break. We said that was another word. Should have said a dehydration.
That's right. That's what I was trying to come up with the right way to word it. Yes, I'm not going to.
He put it on the field, he said, they're over there in the box.
Alrighty, as we finish up with this hydration break, I'm going to invite you to support and contribute to the DYB Scholarship Fund. It's offered financial assistance to several thousand former players. This year alone, DYB awarded 100 different $2,000 scholarships to high school seniors, making the total scholarships awarded since the program began in 1961 over $4.1 million. Funds for these scholarships come from many sources, and we ask that you consider a contribution. By doing so, it's going to help graduates of DYB continue their education. None of the contributions is used for administrative purposes. It all goes directly to the students. If you're interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials here at the series if you're watching from the stands. If not, message the page and say, I want to give you guys some money, and I promise you someone will message you back. Umpire gives a thumbs up, and we are ready to rock here, top of the third. Got a good one brewing here. Reminder, championship is going to happen at 3 o'clock right here on this field. One of these two teams is going to face a really good Florida team who actually beat this Texas team yesterday in a really good game over here with 10 innings. And again, before we get back going here, I ask you to share the feed. Everybody in Texas, East Texas especially, and everybody down towards West Columbia, South Carolina, needs to be watching this on their phones at the office in this overcast, somewhat pleasant Tuesday actually here today. Shockingly nice weather for this time of year in Bossier City, Louisiana. Anfinson returns to the mound. 36 pitches to get through 2. Okay, so pitch count reminder, there's no tomorrow, so the 40 pitch count limit is pretty irrelevant today. 85 is the number that these kids can throw in one single day. So if your pitcher's got it going, he's going to stay in there.
Leading off for Texas, number 33, Reed Berzosa.
So the top of the order up for Texas, and this is where they do a ton of damage. Versosa and Milliken look to get on board to bring up the big sticks behind him. And Verzosa shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. And Reed struck out to start the ball game, but reached first base as the pitch got away. Swung on and missed. Anfinson ahead of Verzosa, one of the coach's sons, 0-2. He's back in the box, ready to go here, 0-2. Good looking pitch. Just couldn't make its way back to the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Anfinson gets the first batter of the third via the called strikeout. So Versosa, victim of the K twice now.
Now batting number 12, Peyton Milliken.
Peyton Milliken steps in. He singled into left field on a play that was almost made by the left fielder to put 2 on for Dylan Smith, and we all know what happened then. So Peyton looking to get on board, because in the game of baseball, contrary to popular belief, line of protection happens in front, not behind. So Dylan Smith is more dangerous if you can put somebody on in front of him, regardless of who's waiting behind. Milliken takes the first pitch in there for a ball, or out of there for a ball. 2-0 to Milliken now. And after what we've seen, you got to wonder if Smith's going to get the Barry Bonds treatment. And for those of you too young to remember that, call it the Aaron Judge treatment. 2-0 now to Milliken. Swung on and hit hard directly to the shortstop. Makes the play and throws over anyway. Didn't have to. Let's see what they're going to call. He's out. He's out. Good play by the shortstop there. He threw over to first and confused everybody. So it's going to be a line out to the shortstop. So Dylan Smith steps in, and Dylan deposited a ball almost over the second fence out there his first time up. And he takes the first pitch low for a ball. And let's see if they start to pitch him a little bit more carefully. Smith to Smith. 1-0 pitch to Smith. And that misses low.
At the plate now for Texas, number 6, Dylan Smith.
We're number 6 behind the plate today. The USA arm sleeve. Ahead 2-0 looking for a ball he can crush. 3-0. Again, Texas leads by 1 here early. 2 down quickly in the third, but Dylan Smith ahead 3-0. Looked like he had the green light, but a good curveball. Started at his front shoulder and broke back to the inside part of the plate. 3-1. That is the definition of respect for a hitter. There's a fastball. He caught him looking for the curveball and snuck the fastball by him. It's 3-2 now to Dylan Smith. And Anfinson has a chance to get out of this one. 1-2-3, and that misses high. So Dylan Smith going to be a 2-out base runner for the Texas team, playing out of New Diana, about 8 miles outside of Longview.
Smith's 2-out ball.
Right down the road here.
Cleanup hitter, number 4, Easton Stanley.
So Easton Stanley comes in. And Easton lined out to Chaston Smith on a hop his first time up. Smith is off running, and he's in way before the throw gets there. Runner on second now in scoring position for this Texas team. And the 0-1 to Stanley. And Anfinson comes back with a strike, 0-2. That ball's hit well. Left field, out of play. So we'll come back and reset and do the 0-2 again. 51 pitches for Anfinson, and remember he's got 85 to play with today, and it's going to be up to Coach Hildebrand on how he uses those 85 pitches. It looks like after that first inning he's settled down, and you might want to stick with him a bit. That ball's in the gap, right center field. It is going to drop. It's going to. Right fielder got it, but not before Dylan Smith scores run number 4 for this Texas team. So Stanley does what you have to do behind your slugger when they basically intentionally walk him, and drives them in promptly.
Stanley drives in a run, bringing up number 3, Evan Vanover.
So 2-out single from Stanley, and Texas tacks on another. It's 4-2. And Vanover Takes the first 2 pitches of this at bat outside for balls. It's 2-0. I believe. Throw over. Stanley's back. And here comes the sun. It's 1-1, my fault. Vanover swings at a breaking ball over the top of it. And Anfinson's ahead 1-2 here. Easton Stanley on first base. A run in. Still 2 down here in the 3rd for Texas. Strike 3 swinging. Curveball in the dirt. Gonna throw down, and not sure they needed to anyway, but that's gonna do it. Top of the 3rd. We'll see you back here in just a couple seconds for the bottom half. Texas leads 4-2. Vanover's back out there on the mound for Texas. Only took him 3 pitches to get out of a little jam there in the bottom of the 2nd. Donna McDavis moves back over to right field. And Finley Richardson, scratch that. Yes, Finley Richardson's going to be in left now. Tyrod Moore stays in center. And Milliken 3rd, Versosa short, Vaya at 2nd, Stanley at 1st, and Dylan Smith remains behind the plate. And it looks like we are at the top of the order for Ryan Watkins.
Leading off the bottom half of the 3rd, number 10, Ryan Watkins.
So Watkins steps in. He lined out to the pitcher his first time up. Looks like Vanover throws before we're ready to get underway here. Now we're ready. Watkins in to face Vanover. Driven to the shortstop. Versosa fields it cleanly and throws. Oh, they beat it. Infield single for Watkins. That young man was booking it down the line. Routine grounder beats it out for a single.
The infield single, and that brings up number 3, Logan Hildebrand.
So Logan Hildebrand's up. Logan popped out from the 3rd baseman in foul territory his first time up. South Carolina's got a leadoff man on again. He takes off. Uh-oh. And he's caught in a rundown. And tagged out. And Texas erases the infield single with a prompt pickoff. And the umpires are going to go talk, and they're going to talk about whether or not he actually stepped off, or they might bring him back and call a balk here. Let's see. They're going to discuss it and see what they saw. Some folks, it sounds like, in the crowd might think he might not have stepped off the mound there. Things are going to stay as they are, though. And Tyrod Moore, as you can see, has been shifted over to left center field directly in front of our cameras. So I'll tell you what happens in this pitch here. It's a ball. One-0. And Vanover catches the outside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1. And that pitch is fouled out of play. So Vanover, one of the better lefties on the mound this tournament. Ooh, misses the lowest part of the zone for a ball. 2-2 now. Just missed a perfect game a couple days ago. And on the flip side, Colton Bolin, the first baseman for South Carolina, their fireman, he's available today for all 85. So the next time Texas gets a rally going, I suspect we'll see that young man come in and try to clean it up. I'll remind you, the first time we saw him, inherited a bases loaded, no out jam and promptly struck out 6 consecutive batters on his way to striking out 11 of the 14 he saw. Full count pitch now. And that misses high. So another base runner for the South Carolina team with 1 down. And if we could go back in time and undo that pickoff, we're looking at runners on first and second, nobody down with the 3-4-5 coming up. Another pickoff attempt. Hildebrand's back in plenty of time, and Smith steps back in, and Smith ripped one in right field for a single his first time up. Takes throw, no. It looks okay. That was real close. To being dangerous. He's okay. Just got out of the way of that one on a pitch that grazed the helmet. So Coach Stanley's out to talk to Vanover, and again, 3 consecutive batters reached to begin the 3rd inning. Vanover did erase one of them with a pickoff. But South Carolina is threatening here. Trailing by 2. We're going 6 innings today.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 21.
We planned to go 6 innings and went 10 yesterday. So here we go. Vanover in a tough spot. Misses. Dylan Smith able to keep it from getting the backstop and had somebody covered, was looking to throw down to second. There's a strike. Hildebrand down there at second drifted off the bag, and Brayton Busby, the catcher, left on left here. Vanover looks the runner back at second. Swung on and missed. The fastball caught the plate, and Busby looked like he was trying to deposit that into the forest in right field. Big swing. Got the fastball he was looking for, just couldn't connect. And it's 1-2 now. See if Vanover turns to the breaking stuff, and he doesn't. Fastball, a little two-seam or sinking action. Doesn't come back towards the plate, and it's 2-2 now. There's that breaking ball. Almost impossible to lay off of left on left if you haven't seen it yet. And 2 down.
Vanover gets the strikeout for 2 outs, bringing up number 7.
So Colton Bolin. Colton drove in the first 2 runs with a pop out that was lost in the sun. Takes a good swing at one of those breaking balls that he fouls off his foot. Gonna let him walk that off. Give him a couple seconds. I know that hurts. Colton's the young man I was talking about moments ago that I expect we'll see on the mound at some point in this one. This is a winner advance, loser go home game here. Smith's gonna go talk to Vanover while Bolin tries to jog this off. And another reminder, click share. We should have every single person in the surrounding cities where these two teams are from watching this. New Diana, Texas, and West Columbia, South Carolina. Bolin looks like he's okay. And he gathers himself and steps back in. Another breaking ball. When Vanover gets in trouble, he turns to the breaking stuff, and if he's spotting it, he's really tough to hit. 0-2 coming. Runners take off. Curveball called strike 3 outside part of the plate. And that's it for the third. Texas leads South Carolina 4-2. We'll be back with the top of the second here on the official DYB Facebook page and Texarkana Game Day. Welcome back. The top of the fourth. Just noticed I didn't click that over. Give me just 1 second. Bear with me. Now it says top of the fourth. Looks like Parker Glaspie going to make his way to lead things off here for Texas in the fourth. Anfinson still on the mound for South Carolina. Just about 30 pitches away from his limit for the day. And the way he's pitching so far, I suspect we'll see him until he runs into real trouble again. If he runs into real trouble again. Parker, he struck out his first time facing this South Carolina starter back in the second inning. Shows bunt, and Anfinson catches the outside corner for a strike. That's fouled out of play down the third baseline. And if you're watching this and you were in the tournament and you're watching at home, we do appreciate you guys tuning in, and we really hope you enjoyed the live streams we're able to bring to you this week. That's put in play. It's softly hit. Going to be a tough play. Pringle dug out at first by Bolin. Excellent play all the way around.
A great play by Pringle and a nice pick by Bolin. Gives South Carolina 1 out. And that brings up for Texas number 7, Tyrod Moore.
Tyrod Moore grounded out to Chaston Smith his first time up. Tyrod's the center fielder for this Texas team. I've not seen him play an inning anywhere else or spend an inning in the dugout the entire week. Young man plays a plus center field out there. First pitch is low for a ball. And Pringle, athletic play at third base, throws over, and Bolin digs it out. Out number 1. A big out. Base runners are going to be at a premium the rest of the way. And Moore takes the 1-0 for a strike. Moore hits in the 7th spot of the order. Dominic Davis, the right fielder, waits on deck. Anfinson set. The 2-1's coming. And that's up. Good pitch. Fills the count up for Anfinson. Good cut for 3-2. And it's fouled straight back. And so we're going to do it again. Pitch number 66 from Anfinson will be a full count pitch to Tyrod Moore. Strike 3. Outside corner. 2 down.
Anfinson collects the strikeout. Bring up number 1, Dominic Davis.
Davis steps in, grounded out to short. Back in the second inning. Asks for a new bat. So here we go. Hit hard to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Thrown over. And Bolin digs another one out. 3 up, 3 down for Texas in the top of the 4th. We'll be back for the bottom here in just a second. South Carolina trails 4-2.
With another nice day.
Welcome back. Vanover back on the mound for Texas. .21 pitches. Again, he's got 85 to play with today. And Dylan Smith unavailable. So he reached the pitch count plateau yesterday in what wasn't a must-win game,
Leading off the inning for South Carolina,
but would have gone a long way towards
number 17,
Texas
Lance Anfinson.
becoming the favorite to win it all here had they remained undefeated today. But Florida not only put up a fight, but came back and scored 4 in the 10th inning to beat this Texas team to advance to the championship round, where they will await the winner of this one. First pitch to Anfinson from Vanover. Called strike 1. Fastball popped to second base. Valla's there and fields it cleanly. 2 pitch out to start the bottom of the 4th. Other than a pickoff and a ball lost in the sun, this has been a very clean first ball game of the day.
Stepping up to the plate for South Carolina,
What
number
will be the
30,
next
Bentley Ritchie.
to final game of the tournament? Ritchie steps in. First pitch from Vanover to him. Misses inside. And Ritchie swings through second pitch of the AB. It's 1-1. Bentley singled his first time up. Led off the second inning. And a high fastball. Swung on and missed. Fouled out of play. And it is 1-2. Same pitch, same location, same result. Strike 3, curveball. Well placed. Breaks below the zone. And Ritchie swings over the top of it.
Vanover collects a strikeout, making it 2 outs. That brings up number 24, Parker Burge.
So Parker Burge, the center fielder for the South Carolina squad, again out of West Columbia. He bunted over Ritchie his last time up. No bunt here. 2 outs. And the first pitch from Vanover to Burge. Bounces in there. He's back in there, crowding the plate. And it's 2-0. And Smith's going to trot out and have a little conversation with his pitcher. And Burge hits in the 8th spot in the order. Vanover can get him here. We'll have 9, 10, and 11 due up in the 5th. And Texas, when they come back around, 9, 10, 11 in their order. So the lefty for Texas falls behind 3-0 here. And Burge should be taken. And he is, and it's a strike. Flared into right field. That's going to fall in front of the right fielder. He's going to throw to try to force out Burge, but Burge has got way too much speed for that. So a 2-out single to right field, and Parker Burge gives the South Carolina team a base runner here.
Burge's 2-out knock now brings up number 6.
LT Whitney.
LT Whitney.
LT took a breaking ball to the rib cage his last time up. He swings to a Vanover fastball, or actually tried to check his swing but didn't. Strike number 1. 2 outs here. I expect Burge to take off at some point, try to get in a scoring position, but the lefty on the mound has a pretty solid pickoff move, so
Pitcher is at 36 pitches.
we'll see how they play it down there at first. 2-1. That's pitch number 68 for Vanover. Misses low. So Whitney steps back in, runner on first. 2 down here in the 4th. Big leg kick for Vanover, and he misses the zone again. So Whitney ahead 3-1. The last time we saw Vanover behind in a jam, he went to the curveball. But there's a righty at the plate now, so 3-1. And that is in there for a strike. 2 down now, full count. So Burge will be off with the pitch. And Vanover throws over. Strike 3, swinging, and that's it for the 4th. We're going to head to the top of the 5th, but between now and then, we're going to have a 5-minute hydration break. You were watching Texas versus South Carolina. Winner moves on to face Florida. Losers tournament ends.
We can now resume play.
Okay, play is about to resume. We've breezed through 4 innings, and we are headed to the top of the 5th. Texas leading South Carolina 4-2, and Anfinson is going to come back out for his 5th inning of work. And Texas is at the Vaya Verzosa Richardson portion of the lineup. And again, reminder, click share. Like it's, just use your thumb. It's like you're watching on your phone. It's really easy to do. It's important. Why you haven't done it is beyond me. If I get on there and there's less than 100 shares, I'm just going to turn the stream off. You know I'm not going to do that. But Anfinson really settled in after the first. 2 guys got on, and Dylan Smith hit a 3-run homer. And for the most part, it's kept Texas off the bases since then. Seven strikeouts through 4.
Now batting number 00, Jeremy Vaya.
Here we go, Jeremy Vaya. And Vaya takes the first pitch from Anfinson inside corner, strike 1. And Vaya, he was one of the walks back in the 2nd inning. And that's outside. In this part of the order, Vaya, Verzosa, Richardson, the 3 Texas players with the smallest strike zones. So it gets a little bit more difficult to throw strikes here at the bottom of the Texas order. There's a good one. Strike 2. Swung on and missed. Out number 1 comes via the swing and strikeout for Lance Anfinson.
Anfinson collects the strikeout as the first out of the inning. That brings to the plate number 31, Ryder Verzosa.
Vaya down 1 out here in the 5th. Ryder Verzosa walked as well, following the Vaya walk back in the 2nd. That's a little wide. Dribbled up the middle. Shortstop's over. A lot of speed running down the line, and it's in time. Great play out there at shortstop by Logan Hildebrand. 2 down quickly.
Hildebrand collects the second out on a nice play in the middle infield. That brings to the plate number 5, Finley Richardson.
Finley Richardson, left fielder for Texas. Well, started in left field, didn't play left field last inning. But Finley struck out his first time up. And Anfinson's 74th pitch misses inside. One, and you can kind of hear the crowd a little less vocal as things become a little more tense the later we get in this one. 1-1 now to Finley Richardson. Driven foul. What a play! Coach Verzosa over there hops up and snags it. We caught that for you. Good snag out there by Coach. 1-2 now. Swung on and missed, strike three. Anfinson sits him down in order. We're going to head to the bottom of the fifth. Texas still leading 4-2. You're watching Texas versus South Carolina in an elimination game here at the DYB O-Zone Division II World Series, live on the DYB official Facebook page and Texarkana Game Day. All right, welcome back. Vanover back out, 40 pitches into his outing. He didn't start this one, but came in to relieve starter. Let's see here, Peyton Milliken started the day. I'm going to try to pop in and check into the comments. That way I've got something to, any questions we can answer for you in the next hydration break if there is one.
Leading off the bottom half of the fifth, number 14, Cameron Pringle.
If you enjoy the stream and the coverage, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. First pitch curveball. Pringle swings over the top of it. Pringle flew out to Tyrod Moore in center field his first time up. Strike two. Good fastball by Vanover. Strike three. Vanover puts down Pringle on 3 pitches. And one down here in the fifth. And that's going to bring up Baskins and McCraw to be followed by the top of the order. We see you, Denise, watching from Tyler. Look forward to you being here if Texas can pull it off for the 3 o'clock game. I know how far it is away from here. You too, Brandon. That ain't far for you either. 0-2 now. So Vanover is settled in now and started to throw strikes. There's a foul straight back. So McCraw stays alive. So for those of you watching, not aware of where New Diana, Texas is, it's just about an hour and 15 minutes west of here. Strike three called on the outside corner, and Vanover strikes out 2 here to begin the fifth. And the top of the order coming up, Ryan Watkins beat out an infield single his first time up, or his last time up, I'm sorry. Shoot. First pitch to Watkins. Popped up. Out of play. Vanover tries to get over a breaking ball on 0-1, but can't. Strike 2. We see you, Miss Kelly, out there from South Carolina. Appreciate you tuning in. 1-2 now on the leadoff man for South Carolina. 2-2 now to Watkins. Popped up, fouled back. Watkins stays alive here. South Carolina down to their final 4 outs now, needing 2 runs. Top of the order for Texas, due up in the top of the 6th. Foul tip. Oh, he dropped it. Smith couldn't hang on to strike 3, so Watkins stays alive. We see Mr. Ballard from Alabama tuning in. 2-2 now. Swung on and missed. Vanover strikes out the side. And we're going to head to the 6th inning. Texas leads 4-2. We are back, and strolling to the mound is the big righty I was telling you about a little earlier, Colton Boland. If you hadn't had the opportunity to see this young man, it is filthy stuff. Big, tall, lanky, funky release from a weird angle, and he is a strikeout machine. His job is simple. Get your team back in the dugout, only trailing by 2 with a chance to come back in the bottom half. And for Texas, you're where you want to be in the order. Reed Verzosa, Peyton Milliken, and Dylan Smith due up. Those 3 accounted for the first 3 runs of the ball game. Verzosa reached on an error after he struck out swinging. Peyton Milliken singled and left, and Dylan Smith promptly put Texas up 3-0 with a monster home run to left center field. And no doubter that had the left fielder take 1 step and head right back to where he was standing when the pitch was thrown. So Texas leads 4-2 now. New pitcher on the mound for South Carolina. Top of the order up. Looking for some insurance runs.
Now pitching for South Carolina, Colton Boland.
And Colton, the fireman here for South Carolina.
Number 33, Reed Verzosa.
So Verzosa steps in, and Boland's first pitch is on the way. Swung on, fouled straight back. Hits our camera. It's all right, though. First time that's happened all week. Good rip at a fastball by Verzosa there. Switch off of that one for a minute. Now the 0-1. That stays up. Fastball in there for a strike. Tough at bat for a righty here, especially if you haven't seen Boland, and this Texas team missed him when they beat this South Carolina team a couple days ago. So Verzosa's in now. Back in the box, 1-2. Driven to right field. It's going to go foul. And again, Verzosa just a little bit late on that fastball from Bolin. Smith gets it back to his pitcher. And Verzosa is about to step back in the box for another 1-2 pitch. Strike three, swinging. Actually foul tipped, but out number one comes via the strikeout. And Colton Bolin picks up right where he left off.
Bolin collects his first out on the strikeout. And that brings to the plate number 12.
So that's 3 Ks for the leadoff man, Verzosa. And Peyton Milliken steps in. And Peyton's job is to get on base here for Dylan Smith and force South Carolina to have to pitch to the young man. First pitch coming to Milliken. Fastball catches the zone. And that catches the bottom part of the zone. So Bolin's ahead 0-2. And if you're Milliken, this is a tough spot. Got a couple waste pitches here. Can't take anything close. Strike three, swinging. Colton Bolin retires the first 2 batters in the Texas order. Swinging strikeouts. And here we go.
Number 6, Dylan Smith.
Power versus power. Dylan Smith steps in. Colton Bolin on the mound. 1-run game here in an elimination ball game. He starts him off with a breaking ball. Not a shocker there. The first breaking ball we see from Bolin is to Dylan Smith. You never want to put an insurance run on via the walk, but Dylan's capable of doing it himself. Good swing at a Bolin fastball, fouled back. Out of play. And Dylan Smith today, 3-run homer, walk, stolen base, scored run number 4 for Texas. There's a fastball. Bolin ahead of Smith, 1-2, I'm sorry. Strike 3, Colton Bolin strikes out the top of the Texas order in order, and that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. We're going to head to the bottom half. South Carolina needs 2, or their week ends here in Bossier City. Okay, we're back. South Carolina's down to their final 3 outs. And Texas is going to run Vanover back out there. 54 pitches. He's got about 30 or 31 to play with here if they advance. And Dylan Smith reached his pitch count yesterday, so he's unavailable. Starter Milliken, I can't remember how many he threw, so he will be available this afternoon. But they're down to leaning on the number 4 starter, whoever that might be, if they can hold on to this 2-run lead. And again, last time I'll remind you, click the share button And I'll remind you that the DYB is dedicated to building the youth in our communities to become the responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal here is to teach these young men fair play, love of God and country, and leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons they learned through baseball. Help us by offering your services. As a volunteer, visit dybusa.org or message the page. Okay, Hildebrand.
Leading off the bottom half with a 6. Number 3, Logan Hildebrand.
Hildebrand has popped out and walked today. Swings over a curveball. Strike number 1. And if South Carolina can get a man on, we're at the 2, 3, 4 spot in the order. They'll have a chance to bring the tying run to the plate with some power behind. The 0-1 misses. That ball's driven into left field. It's shallow. Nobody's there. It's going to drop. Leadoff single. And here we go again. Drama on field 9. It's been that way all week.
Hildebrand leads off the inning with a single.
So 3, 4, 5 are going to bat here with the tying. I'm sorry, as the tying runs. Chaston Smith, left on left, fastball, outside corner. Curveball hit hard. Foul, just got in front of that. Vanover hung an 0-1 curveball and Chaston Smith turned on it, and I thought he had hit it out of here. Just foul. Oh boy. I suspect after that we see a fastball away. It's exactly what we see, and it misses. 1-2. You got a fastball like that, you can't speed up this young man's bat with 2 strikes. Strike 3 swinging up in the zone. Vanover with a big fist pump. Out number 1 and a big one.
Vanover collects the first out inning with a strikeout.
Braden Busby and Colton Boland to follow. So the 4 and 5 hitters up next for South Carolina, looking for a big swing to tie this thing, or a shot in the gap to make it real interesting. First pitch from Vanover. That swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Ball's put into play, hit softly, and it rolls foul. That stayed fair. It was going to be a tough play. Now it's 1-2. So Vanover about to throw his 64th pitch. The small delay is Busby tying his shoe. Then he'll head back this direction, climb back in the box. Here he comes. Two outs remaining for South Carolina. Umpire's going to call time. And
1-2.
yes.
Right? 1-2.
Yes. Umpire's asking us for the count. I'm not sure he's familiar with who's in this booth. We're in real trouble. He's asking me, that is. The 1-2. That floats high, 2-2 now to the lefty Busby, and big Colton Boland waits on deck. Has the ability to tie this thing with one swing of the bat, but we got to get to him first. Swung on a miss, strike 3, Vanover again. Huge strikeout. Now South Carolina is down to their final out, and it comes in the form of Colton Boland, who we just saw.
Collects his second strikeout
mow down the top of the Texas order to get South Carolina this position.
Number 7, Colton Bowling.
So here we go. Again, power versus power. Tying run on first base, 2 down here. Winner has to take on Florida. And I don't know why, but if I'm Colton Bowling, I'm sitting on a first pitch curve and hoping. And he gets it, swings, puts a good rip on it. And he was on it, but fouled it straight back. 0-1. Vanover amped up on the mound right now. Bowling got a good pitch to hit and just fouled it straight back. Little cat and mouse game going here. Do you go back to that well knowing he's on it? He does. Misses low. 1-1. That misses away, so Bowling ahead. And we know Vanover goes to the curveball when he gets in trouble, but let's see if he comes back to the heater in the zone. And he does. Fastball up at the top of the zone. Bowling can't check his swing. It's a strike either way. So now Vanover has Texas 1 strike away from the championship game. And Colton Bowling takes a deep breath, steps into the box, and here we go. 1 strike away for Texas. Strike 3 swinging. Texas advances to the championship game. Vanover, not Ethan. Evan Vanover strikes out the side in the bottom of the 6th, and Texas will play Florida for the second time in 2 days to determine the winner of the Ozone Division II Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. The players are going to go meet at home plate. What a ball game to start out the championship Tuesday here in Bossier City, Louisiana. I implore you to follow the page so you're notified when we go live for the championship game. It has been a blast bringing this to you here. We will see you at 3 o'clock here on Field 9 from Tinsley Athletic Complex in Bossier City, Louisiana for the championship game live on DYB and Texarkana Game Day. I'm Frank Sides for the DYB